Welcome back to Life of Die. I'm Gordon, regular host, and I'm joined behind the camera by Craig. How you doing, Craig?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Excellent. So we're playing Epic again. Because it's summer, we're finding it hard to find weekends to play larger games, so we're doing another 2,000 point battle, and today it's going to be Orcs against Eldar. Alright, no messing about then, we'll just get straight into the forces. Alright, so for my 2,000 points then, I've taken the Goff clan, which has 15 stands of boys, 8 stands of knobs, and 3 support cards worth of battle wagons to get them into the fight. Also a war boss which is attached to them as well. And I've also taken the Cult of Speed, which consists of the knobs war bikes, 2 squads of war buggies, and I've also taken a support card worth of war bikes and also scorchers. And finally, just making up the numbers, I've taken 2 squads of mad boys. Just a little footnote for fans. Craig and I had a little talk about this after the recent orc battle that we had. We kind of feel that filling up full slots worth of support cards means you end up with too many mad boys. You end up with more mad boys than you do the actual clan, and that doesn't feel right. So from now on, we are limiting mad boys to 1 squad per clan.
Okay, and for my 2,000 points of Eldar, I've got a Defender Warhost, which is 3 units of Falcon Grav tanks and 3 units of Guardians. I've got the Aletok Rangers, which are essentially just scouts that have got a deploy anywhere rule. I've got a unit of Shining Spears, which are the Eldar Aspect Warriors on bikes. I've got a Fire Prism, I've got a Phoenix Bomber, and 2 Revenant Scout Titans, and then of course I've got the freebie Avatar as well.
Alright, so today's mission is Season Hold. So in this mission I've got 6 objectives. So from your perspective through the camera there, Craig's deployment is on. If he holds those objectives, he gets 2 for each of them. If he takes the ones in the centre, he'll get 5 points for each of those. And if he takes any of these ones in my deployment zone, then he'll be getting 7 for those. And that's that, and vice versa for me at the other side.
Yeah, easy.
And as usual, we're using the victory points for breakages from Net Epic. And anything else?
No, I think we're good to go.
Yeah, let's get straight into it then. Let's go for it.
Okay, just going to interrupt the movement phase. So Gordon, you're charging your battle wagons full of boys into these woods here, and then I'm going to snap fire them with my falcons, because although it'll be 6s to hit, I still think it's a good chance, because well, they've still got their troops in the transport. So we'll be looking for 6s. Just as well. Continue. Okay, end of turn 1 movement. So yep, as expected, I've been fairly static, keeping everything back, mostly on pop-up. I did actually forget to move my flyer until the end there, so I've just brought them on to cause as little disruption as possible, because that would have been a bit of an advantage to me. Kept my Guardians moved into these buildings for garrisoning, held my Titans back slightly because I've got to try and capture that objective, of course. The Shining Spears have come to meet these bike boys head on as they come through the valley, but you've obviously got a massive jump on me, so yeah, you're right up in my face as you wanted to, I think. And obviously my Guardians have got this woods, but they're now being pressured by the Goff clan. You've got your Warlord in those other woods, the rest of your bikes, or buggies, at the back there.
Yep.
Mad boys holding this objective, and your other war boss garrisoning this building here.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of pain for the orcs in this turn. So, but that's what it's about. That's what I've set them up to do. I wanted to get in your face because I knew a range war against the Eldar is not usually a winning position for any forces, let alone orcs. But so we'll see what happens. Let's get into the first fire.
Okay, all the first fire is me, so I'll pop up with these falcons, and then I'm going to go for your scorchers first of all. So looking for 4s. Oh, just the one.
I don't think they get a save. Oh no, I think they get a 6, but then -2. So.
Yeah. Okay, next one, prism cannon. It's a 3+.
Yep.
And the scorchers again.
Yep, another one going.
Good. Okay, last set of falcons. I'm going to go for the bikes. Try and break this Kult of Speed down.
Nice. Yep. 3 going.
Nice one. Okay, last of my first fires, and I've got my Aletok scouts, so I'm just going to go for that Scorcher, because it's the only thing that's in the open for me. So 4s. Yes. 3.
3 saves a 6. Nope. Fun enough.
Good.
Scorcher's gone.
And that ruins all the debate we had earlier, because we've been debating Scorchers all day. on how they fire, and now that they're not going to get fire, it's put that one in the box again till the
Well,
next
you
game.
need to explain why then. So
No.
in second edition they had 1 dice attack, but in Net Epic they use these small teardrop templates, which could have had big implications had they get near one of your buildings or something like that.
Yeah, it's a massive... Well, it's not. It's a big thing in our rule set or an LI because obviously a template would hit the whole building. It's also a big thing in Net Epic though. I just don't understand why they've given them such a powerful weapon in Net Epic compared to what they did have and kept the cost the same, because there's all these other flame weapons that don't have that template. I don't know, it's an odd one, but we can always chuck up an attack command forums or whatever and see what the consensus is.
Yep.
Anyway. Okay, we're into close combat and there only is one, but I'm sure there's been more to come in the subsequent turns. So yeah, these Shining Spears, they've got a pre-combat attack that they roll off when they discharge their spears. So a bit like the Howling Banshees, they get a 5-up attack before rolling any other dice. So we'll just start from the back here. Yes. Dead. Next one.
Oh.
Nope. Yes. And the next one. Oh,
Pretty successful.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I should mention that you're on the blue dice with you were having a bad
it's
time with red dice
blue and
recently.
white, and my guys are blue and white, so it makes sense. It wasn't just because of that. Okay, so now the close combat's just down to 1 now, so worked out. So I'm +5 normally, +1 for charging, so +6. You are +2.
So you're +4 overall.
Yeah. Oh,
No, not good enough. Wipe out for the war buggies.
good.
Alright, my war boss sending his retinue with the knobs. They're all going after your Revenant Titan here. So 12 dice, 5 or 6s. Oh, quite a few. That's good. So 6. That's pretty good.
That's very good. So I've got hollow field saves first of all, so there are 4-ups because I'm on advance orders.
2 through. -2, so
Minus
4-ups, yep. That's a 5. So 1's through, 1 damage point.
It's over to me for advanced fire, and I'm going to use my Revenant Titan here, and he's going to fire his pulse lasers, and I'm going to go for the building instead of the guys inside it because I've got damages building trait on my pulse lasers. So yeah, we'll go for that, and I'll get a +1 to hit the building as well, which is nice. And my missile barrage is going to go for these bikes over here. So 2 pulse lasers, I'll just roll them to hit first of all, so 3-ups. 2 hits.
Nice.
And then D3 hits each. Which is 3, 4,
5.
5 hits. So this goes against the building and the unit. So we're just discussing now there. This is something we've probably been doing wrong for a while now with LI, is that the attacks hit the building and the units. I'm not sure where the +1 comes in. Anyway, we can figure all that pish out later on. It's getting hot again. So 5 hits. Do you want to roll for the building first of all?
Yeah, I may as well do the
makes
saves
more
as well
sense.
because it could take them all out here.
So -2.
Okay, so 5 modified to 7. So I need 7s or more. I don't want to roll low this time. There's 1 damage. And there's another.
Okay. Well, that does that then. Do we need to do the other hits now as well? Just check the rules. So yeah, the guys don't get hit by that sort of weapon. So essentially the building collapses, you're -1 TSM.
Yeah, but they're only 6 plus, so they're not fixed, so they're out of it.
All gone. So that was good.
brutal.
Yeah. Again, we always fail to learn this lesson about how bad buildings can be, but they can be good as well in LIs. So it's swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. And you still got other attacks.
I do. Yep. I'll go for these guys. So 3 guys under there. You happy with that?
Yep.
Hitting on 5s.
Yep.
Just a 1. No TSM.
Okay, so they get a 6 save. No.
Okay. 1 away. Back to me, and I'm going to use my Phoenix Bomber here to try and finish off these battle wagons. So blue dice will be 5 pluses, green dice will be 4 pluses. Just a 2. No TSM.
4-ups. Nope.
Indeed. Good. It's me again, so I'm going to use my Guardians to fire at their oncoming boys. So we're all in the woods together, but I'll be a -1 to hit. So 6 ups.
Just the 1.
And we'll get a 5-up cover save for that.
No.
Any boy you like.
I'll be fair to take 1 of this one.
Okay, over to me again. Revenant Titan that's had a wound. He's going to fire his pulse lasers in blast mode. So I'm going to fire 1 of them into these guys in the open, 1 of them into the war boss, and then I've got my missile launcher I'm going to fire into these guys here, and then I've got a scatter laser which is also going to go into them as well in a minute. But I'll start with the guys in the open here with the pulse laser. So it's 3 pluses to hit. 2 of them. So you can take 2 boys, yep. And then the war boss, there's 4 of them under there, but I'll be 4+ to hit because they're in the woods. Oops. Nothing.
Nothing, no.
Cool. And up here I can get 3 under the template. And these are 5s, yep.
Oh, nice. 2
of them. And then the scatter laser, 3 dice at 5+, so I get into that same unit. No, 3 ones, get them away. Cool, and that's him done. Okay, so that's the end of turn 1. So objectives wise, you've kept your own back line ones and you've also grabbed this one, so that's 9 points total, 5 for that, 2 for each of those.
Yep.
I've managed to capture my own backline ones only, so 4 points for me. And no breakages yet. Got some casualties, but not quite enough to...
Quite significant casualties so far. So yeah, that was really brutal, losing my entire war boss there. That's a big loss for me. But yeah, these are quite big formations. I deliberately made them that way. So they're maybe about roughly halfway, each of them.
Cool.
So a bit more killing for you to do.
Yes, you've not got anything in mind yet, but I'm obviously in for a world of hurt this turn.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, we'll get into turn 2 then. Okay, turn 2 movement, and you're opting to charge in with your bike boys into my back line here for this objective. And obviously I'm going to try and shoot you on the way in. So, needing 6s though. 1. Yep. Okay, enough. Get them. I'm going to attempt to move my Titan over here, but you're going to interrupt and overwatch me with those guys.
Yeah, so 6s to hit, a whole load of dice.
Yeah.
And just to...
Still on advance order, so...
Yeah,
4s.
1 through.
-2.
4 up.
No, another wound.
Ooh, he's on the brink.
Right, stick him there. And down to 1 wound. Okay, so I've just flown my Shining Spears back to defend these falcons from this wee lone biker, but Gordon's opting to overwatch them as they drive past with these guys in the hill, so you've got 10 dice all for 6s. There's a good couple.
2, yep.
2 of them die, and I'll give you a wee morale check for that as well. It should be okay because of aspect warriors. Yeah, good. First blood.
Woohoo!
Okay, I'm doing a little flyby with my Phoenix bomber. I'm going to try and drop these bombs, but you're opting to shoot me on the way in.
Yeah, 6s to hit again.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. 3. -2.
5 rips.
Oh,
Good.
wow.
Good. I feel vindicated with that because that would have been a bit of a sore one. Cool. Now I get to do my bombing. So 3 guys inside of cover, 3 guys outside of cover. I'll say the blues are outside of cover, greens are in. So it'll be 3 pluses on the blue dice, 4 pluses on the green dice. 1 in each. But you can take whatever you want basically, because it's all part of the same unit.
Oh, one of the knobs is going to have to die.
Okay, that's the end of turn 2 movement. So quite a lot of shooting in that movement phase. That's why I confused myself there.
I think that's the most shooting we've ever had.
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah. It's good to get use of these rules that we don't normally get to use. So quite cool. So yep, starting over this side for me, I took my Guardians out of garrison and moved them and embarked them into these Falcons. So they're obviously going for something next turn maybe. My other Guardians disembarked, rushed out towards this objective to try and capture it. One of my Scout Titans went on a mad dash up the centre again for similar reasons. You've had your bike boys, remainder of the Cult of Speed coming over the hill there. My other Revenant pulled back, as you saw, and got shot in the way there, and he's now down to 1 wound, but he's bearing down on the Cult of Speed in the valley. Avatar did nothing, of course.
As they tend to do.
And I've got my backline on first fire as usual, and then you saw these guys obviously getting charged and counter-charged. So yeah, all going to kick off in there. My Guardian stayed on first fire. Most of your stuff here was first fire.
Yeah, it's all snap fire.
It's all fired.
To not much use.
Yeah. And then my bomber miraculously survived that combi weapon onslaught that it took on there, which is quite good because I wanted to actually get it out on the table tonight, so for the first time and not the last time. So we shall see. But yeah, let's get into shooting. Okay, first fire, and it's me, and I'm going to use my scouts to go for your knob spikes in there. Now I could do some sniper designated shots, whatever, but I can't see much benefit to it. So 4s.
Well done.
So you happy with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
3 hits. And do any saves? No.
Was it a 0?
Yeah, 0.
I do have 6. No, sorry, the other one. No.
I'll check. Yep.
Yeah, I probably should have done one last turn as well, I think. But
doesn't matter. He's fine.
My only first fire left is this guy, so he'll try and take off 2 of these, but...
Yep, you'll be -1 for cover, so it'll be 6s, I'm guessing.
No.
My Guardian's on first fire. I'm going to shoot at your guys in the hill here in the open, and I'm looking for 5s.
2.
Any 2 you want, unless you want to try and tank it on the knobs. No. Cool. my falcons are going to pop up and I'm going to fire into those bikes on the hill there. Looking for 4s. 2.
Yeah, I'll take the back ones actually.
Sure. And then the same for this prison tank, it's going to pop up and go for those guys in the hill, so it'll be 3s for him. Oops. Into the close combat phase, and we've only got 1. Because I've got the initiative, I will determine the order of combat, so I'll go for the shining spears into the bike boy first of all. So they fire off their spears on a 5+. Nope. And then we go into attacking, so what is it? I'm +6, you're +4,
Yeah,
so
so +2.
You got me.
Yeah. So just to explain, because of the way ally works, you can choose the order of combat. In Old Epic, he would have attacked him first, but it's not that. Because you have an initiative, you could choose.
Right, and now second, yeah, I'll go for the jet bike.
Yeah, you got them.
Good. Yep.
And they're all broken, by the way.
Yes, that's right, the Cult of Speed are now
Trashed.
broken. Good. Took a while to get through them though. In the advanced fire phase, and I'm going to use my Phoenix Bomber. So I'm going to go for your war boss here and his retinue. So he's got 2 dice, which are the sonic weapons. They ignore cover and hit on 4s, and then the shuriken catapults are 4 dice, normally hit on 5, but it'll be 6s because of cover. So 4s and 6s. Just a 1, and you get a 5+ cover save. Nope. 1 dead.
Alright, I was going to find my battle wagons, and great, I'm out of range for 2 of them, so 2 of them at your Titan, it's a Hail Mary. Nope.
Okay, feeding for his life now, Revenant. I'm going to fire my missile launcher into these guys, so it's just 2 bikes under there hitting on 5s. Nope. And then I'll fire the pulsars into those
Battle wagons,
yeah. So 4 ups, 2 hits, D3 hits each.
4.
4, and that's all at -2, so
6s.
there you go.
So 1 guy's alive?
Yeah, 1 guy's alive, and you get a morale check for him as well. He's fine.
Yep. Okay, this unit here was the remnants of the Cult of Speed. They're going to fire at your scouts.
Yep.
6s to hit, red dice on -2s, 1 of them, so.
Yep, but I get a cover save, 5 up.
Yep.
No, 1 scout indeed. Okay, Falcons, I've got 2 of them that can fire at the guys in the hill there, so 4s.
Nice.
Just an all remains.
Okay, these 2 battle wagons will go after your flyer. 6s. Take it 1 hit.
Oh, nice. Okay.
0 modifier.
3 up. Just.
These 5 as well, with their turrets will fire at him as well. 6s. 1. So another save. Needed. Yeah.
Living a charmed life, as we say. Okay, that's the end of turn 2, and victory points wise, I've got my 2 back objectives still, and then I've also managed to grab this one just, so that's given me 9 VPs, and then you're still on the same 9 VPs for your back 2 and that middle one. So we're equal on that. I have managed to break your Cult of Speed though.
Yep, so that was another 9 victory points.
Yep, so 18 VPs for me this turn, and then just the 9 for you, but obviously you had the lead going into the last turn, so it's still pretty close points wise.
Yeah, it's 18 for me and 22 for you.
Yep. Okay.
Not feeling very good, I have to say.
No, it's a tough one. You've obviously taken the brunt of the firing, but yeah, I think getting into close combat would be the way to
Yeah,
go.
I think I made a big mistake this turn. At the start of the game, my intention was to hit into in close combat. I've remembered about snap firing, but how good that is, and I lost the courage of my convictions, and I really regret that. I really regret it. Because you wouldn't be able to fire at this lot, because it would have been close combat, so that would have been the better move, but...
Aye.
Oh well.
It's all part of the fun, all part of the experimentation of it all.
Yeah, let's see what happens in turn 3.
Okay, interrupting turn 3 movement, and you've charged me with your Goff boys and knobs into these guardians, these poor poets and musicians or whatever they are. So I'm going to snap fire you, obviously. It'll be on 6s. Does he come in?
Please miss. Yeah, you do miss.
Good. Okay. My Phoenix Bomber has flown on and dropped its bombs as it goes, so these guys are all out in the open, and I'll be hitting them on 3, so there's 4 under the templates. Ugh, just 2 of them.
2 last boys then.
Yep, makes sense. Okay, end of turn 3 movement. So, yep, we've got the rumble in the jungle happening here. Those guardians, of course, failed all their incoming shots, so they are not long for this world. Got a few more Gallus boys and your Knobs bike charging forward to this objective. He's going to be under a hail of falcon fire in a wee minute. Your other Knobs bike has pushed forward into the crater, and he's potentially going to get shots on this Titan, try and finish him off. Why not? My Guardians have pushed up here in their grav tanks and disembarked, but they're staying away from the Mad Boys for the moment because they are frothing at the mouth. As you saw, the Phoenix Bomber came in, did its thing. My Revenant Scout Titan moved over to here to take this objective. As long as nobody else from your force is there at all, then he'll take it. But got a little battle wagon nipping at his heels.
Yeah, it's because he was on instinct.
Yeah,
he was out of command, so he was in instinctive orders, which meant they had to charge him. So,
yeah, so he's...
I wouldn't normally do that.
No. I mean, yeah, maybe a couple more would do the trick. And then you've got your Warlord, who's also came to the edge of these woods to lay down the hurt on this Revenant. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I won initiative, so first fire over to me. I'm going to pop up with my Falcons, and I'm going to go for these battle wagons over here. Just two of them, shoot them up the bum. 4+. One.
Auto kill, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be -3.
Alright, my one first fire. These 5 battle wagons will go after your 3 popped up. Okay, 5s. 1. 3 up. Yeah.
Prism cannon into your knob bike. Looking for a 3. Get
Yep.
some.
He's wasted.
Cool. These scouts into this knob bike. Looking for 5s because he's in cover. No. And Guardians over here are going to do the same thing, but this time they'll be 6s. Oh,
Yep, 2.
5 ups. No.
Don't know if I've made a single save tonight.
Okay, and then my last first fire, these Falcons into the 2 unengaged knobs. Now we're just having a bit of a debate about this, we need to look up the rules again on this, but we're saying for the moment we're going to be able to fire at these ones, the 2 that aren't engaged, and then likewise they'll be able to fire out of combat because they're not pinned and engaged.
Yeah, and also I didn't do the pylon move because they'd already moved.
Yeah.
So I didn't think they were able to. So
we'll check up the rules on that. I think it doesn't come up very often, but we'll go for it anyway. So, yep, 3 dice. 2 hits, -2, so
yeah, wasted.
2 knobs dead. Yeah. Okay, first combat then, and I'm going to do my shining spear thing.
Oh. Give us a chance to fight at least. Okay, I think this might be the one moment of the night that I might feel good about.
Some dopamine back in the system. Don't want to go to bed angry. That's
start here with we'll play our way through the boys first of all. So it's all 1-1s. They're Goff, so +4 overall.
Yep.
Including that charge. Yeah.
Cool.
Next one. Still better.
Yeah. Just my 1.
Yep. Dead. Dead. So that's another.
That's another 2. Yeah.
So still 1 more boy. Oh, I got away with that.
Yeah.
And
right, come on, see if I can kill this knob.
+5.
Oh,
sugar. Trying to rein in my language there. Hey!
Oh, well done.
15.
Well done. Squad wipe. That saves me having to do any morale checks or any of that nonsense. Excellent, well done. That's what they should have been doing.
I know, yeah.
Okay, last one in this plucky battle wagon. So you charge me your +1 calf normally anyway, so you're +2 to my +7.
So, yeah,
+5
to you.
Overall. Still got him by 1. Well.
Valiant attempt.
Aye. Okay, Revenant Titan, going to be the first one to fire in advanced fire stage, so I'm going to fire my pulse lasers in their pulse mode into your war boss.
Your 3s, aren't you?
Normally 3s, so it's up to 4s then. 1 at D3. 2. Well,
no,
get
2
it 5
dead.
up.
Yeah.
No, you get 5 up.
I've unmodified, yeah. Not a single one of these tonight. Look at the state of it.
Okay, yep, and I'll put the missile into them as well, so there'll just be 3 under that barrage. 5s goes to 6s. No,
good.
And he's out of range for the scatter laser, so over to you.
Alright, so yeah, they'll fire back. I really wish that I had initiative this turn, but it didn't work out. 2 hits, 2 saves at 4.
Nope. 2 potential go through, so...
so -2, so
4 ups.
4 ups, yeah. 1
takes
a wind.
Cool.
Not cool.
Well,
I want him dead.
Okay, back to me, and I'm going to use my sonic weapons into the knobs, warlords. So they're ignore cover, 4+ to hit. Nope, he's in range for shuriken cannons actually. 50 centimeters.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll be hitting on 6s. No, nada.
Yeah, Batwagon will fire at the Revenant as well. Even a 5.
Okay, I'm going to try and avenge those artists, so I'm going to fire my Revenant Titan in its burst mode pulse lasers into those guys in the woods here. So we're looking for 5s. And there's 7 of them under there. And there is 3 hits. No TSM, so you'll get a 5-up save. Yes. That's 1 saved.
So that,
yes. And then I'll do the missile barrage, and this will be hitting on 6s. 4 of them under there.
2, well done.
A 5-up save again.
1.
Anyone you want. Cool. And that's him. Okay, end of turn 3, and yeah, I've got control of the battlefield. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Objectives wise, you've kept your 2, you've kept this 1, but you've also stolen this 1.
Yep.
Which gives you an extra, so that's 9, another 7, 16. I've kept...
Aye, Mad Boys are
still
mad,
yeah, staying there, still held that 1 even though
Yeah.
there's nobody near it.
That's right.
So that gave me an extra 7 this turn, but yeah, you broke the Goffs as well, so that was another huge victory point yield. So you get another 13 for breaking them.
Mm-hmm.
So the victory points are 25 to 51.
Oof.
And yeah, you can see how little damage I did this game. That is appalling. It's probably the worst showing I've ever had in Epic. But well played.
Oh, yes.
You did the job against me. It was the only thing I'm annoyed with myself about, as I said, was that turn 2. I should have just stuck to my guns, threw in. I could have been in amongst this backline here, which might have actually done something. That said, this was really punishing in turn 1. That is like an 1/8 of my force was went in one shot, basically.
True. I don't know how much they would have been involved, though. That's the only thing.
Well, they would have been protecting this, so that was the whole point of them. So the pulsars we've discovered and pulse lasers are, because we were talking about it a while back about how the Eldar don't have stuff to destroy buildings. Yeah, they do. Pulsars and pulse lasers are the way to go, because they damage the buildings. They don't destroy them, but because they've got these D3 hits and D6 in the case of pulsars for the real Titans, they're going to be really deadly against, and you don't want to garrison buildings in front of those ones because they're going to make you pay a price.
Definitely.
It's
interesting to find that out.
Yeah.
The hard way.
And I think another thing I should probably mention is that I knew that you were wanting to play the Eldar, and we were having a wee look at the channel. I'd never really done the Orcs against Eldar, and frankly, I've always avoided having them because I never thought it would be a good matchup, and I'm kind of proving that.
I don't know. I don't see, when you put the forces down, I thought I'm in for an absolute drubbing here, because all my stuff's anti-armour, essentially, which is not much good against stuff that's got no save anyway, and it only rolls 1 dice. So when you came rolling through here with all that stuff, I thought you were just going to sweep right through and then completely clear these back lines, no bother. But dice are dice.
Yeah, I think the other thing about it was that because you had these grav tanks in the back line, the troops weren't with them, that they weren't transporting troops, so that usually in the first turn they would be making an advance or a charge order, disembarking troops, so those were firing straight off the bat, and basically you had a barrel shoot, basically, like targets. It was a glut of targets for them. So
I'm not actually sure they did much though. I can't remember. I'm always off. This is the thing, like, I love the Eldar, they're my favourite army, I think.
Yeah, I think they're mine as well.
And I used to do really well with them back in the day, and I remember 2nd edition, that was it. It was my go-to thing. But then, ever since I've been playing you with them, I've had just terrible luck. Like I say, that's the first time I think I've rolled, when it comes to like D3 hits, that's the first time I've rolled anything more than a 1. And then I always miss with Falcons. And I don't take Tempests because I do so badly with them. Whereas you obviously prove me wrong every time with them, how good they are. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm happy. I'm happy
for you that the Eldar worked out.
Aye.
To be honest, I've always sat and thought about this kind of matchup and tried to think of ways to make it work for the Orcs. It certainly wouldn't have worked, they putting a slasher Gargant.
No, I think you did the right thing. I think having loads of knobs, basically.
Yeah, and war bosses. But as I say, I probably hadn't thought. I mean, well, let's be honest. We discovered about the D3 hits on the buildings as we actually went, oh, wait a minute, this is really good. Because I don't think I even thought about that.
No, and I hadn't really thought about it either, because I know that's something we have discussed, is how little damage building things we've got. So it hadn't really crossed my mind either until I thought about it. So yeah, that worked out well for you. So yeah, as I say, it was a bit of a sore one straight off the bat with the war boss going, but
that's the way it goes sometimes. And there's certainly been games where I've rode my luck, there's no doubt about it. And
Yeah,
didn't really get too much tonight. There was a lot of dice. The dice I was rolling were kind of coming up, missing a lot of
I
the
think
time.
that's been a lot of it, because that
You've
Phoenix
cussed
Bomber,
these red dice.
Exactly, I have. That Phoenix Bomber completely, like, what was it, I rolled 3 5s or something to save him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a total glass cannon. That's 300 points that you could have shot down with guys with bolters, basically, or those knobs on his flyby. So that would have been a sore one to me. But he, again, just dodged them all.
Yeah.
But I think if I ever take him again, he's dying within his first turn, no doubt.
And that was another conscious decision that was made to take the battle wagons over. Normally I take super heavies. Normally I take giblet grinders or skull hammers. Skull hammers usually, actually.
Yeah.
Because the skull hammers give you that -2 TSM, and you saw the effect of that tonight where they've got 0, and it was just basically I couldn't even shoot your grav tanks or your flyer, which were all the kind of same 3+ save. So, but the part of the reason I did that was because I was deliberately, first of all, I wanted all those troops up in your face. That was the main reason. But secondly, I also wanted to increase the break point, because I was thinking, well, I'm going to get punished. I knew I was going to get punished in the first turn, no doubt about it. But the idea was to kind of get in amongst it with and make the kind of second wave, the second turn effective. But yeah, I kind of lost the courage of my convictions, as I say there. And you should never do that. Stick to your battle plan.
That was it. Was it Andy Chambers' first rule of Epic, isn't it? You stick to the plan. You just go for it, even if you think it's not going to work. You just keep going for it.
Yeah. So, well, but yeah, a famous win for the Eldar. And a few orcs maybe straggle away from, not many of them. I think they'd all be picked off before they even escaped.
True.
But, so, well done again.
Cheers.
Okay. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this battle, I'm sure we'll do another slaughter soon. There's always lots of slaughter in Epic, so it's guaranteed, but hopefully I'll do a bit better next time. But
still liking this 2,000 points, so it's really good. I mean, look at that. It's a full battlefield still.
Yeah.
You know.
And also the other thing that's worth mentioning is look how much movement there was. I want to refer back to, if you look back at our net epic battles, pretty much most of what happened was turn 1, move to roughly the kind of middle section of the board.
Yeah.
Sit in first fire, nothing else happens. All the time we're playing this, we're constantly moving stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
lines with an infantry and stuff like that just never would happen before.
Yeah.
Even without the 3 triple march thing that we had initially when we started playing this. Yeah, still good.
Yeah, the infantry did get pretty far up the board in that first turn as well. So, yeah, it's good. It's working pretty well, I think, in terms of movement, which is one of the main things that we wanted out of this and one of the main reasons why we did this project. But yeah, I think it's working pretty well.
Absolutely.
Anyway, if you enjoyed this battle report, please consider commenting and most of all subscribing. And until next time, keep on living the life of Die.